there has been plot and a reoccurring theme, because as we know, the closest thing to the divine is love. Closest thing to love, is a purity of some sense, like an innocence. There's a purity, a purification, and an innocence to love, especially like the highest vibration of love, right? The most untoxic. That's probably not a word, um, but yeah, the most healthiest love, right? Because love is one of the strongest powers known of existence. For God so loved the world, you know, that he gave his begotten son, his begotten daughters, okay? Um, God created a beautiful thing, a lot of beautiful things are created out of love. A lot of art, right? Manifestations, creativity, visions brought to life are created out of love. Of course, not everything, but a lot of beautiful things, a lot of essential things are birthed from love, right? A foundation is stronger when there's, love involved, right? Opposed to other, lesser things. So we can see this reflected in music industry, entertainment industry, especially with it being very highlighted at this time with all these towers crumbling. Okay, we can see this pattern of very talented men and women being involved with some type of witch or warlock, right? That's of evil of sorts, right? We also get to see, or, and here's the thing about balance. We're going to see and experience, whether it be someone else's experience that we get to witness or our own, but we're going to experience in this lifetime God's version of love and more demonic or toxic versions of infatuation or obsession, things of that nature, right? That will be marketed to us as love, but is actually, something of a darker nature or a more demonic nature. So we have to be careful with using the words dark and light because, dark and light is a part of all of us, but there's levels to it all, right? There's a malevolent light and dark. There's a benevolent light and dark, right? Um, like I said in a previous video, like we are aware of, before there was anything, there was darkness. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's, a darkness inside of the womb space, right? Where you are birthed out of, when you are thought, that's in a form darkness, right? Until it is manifested, into our vision, was for it to be tangible, like the birthing of a child, opposed to the conception of the child, right? So there is, power in unity, right? A lot of times we focused on like groups, like a huge community of people when we talk about union and unity. However, that's another powerful weapon as it pertains to unity, and another method of sowing discord is to put a chosen or a person that's called, opposed to those gifts being used to mislead people, to collect hands, to persuade people into like discord or disorderliness or disharmony, right? Because especially something like music in itself, like the sound itself, is an enchantment, right? And then when you pair that with words, okay, words are spells. We're using the power of our tongue, we're using our voice, something that is unseen but has the power to create things into the seen world. Okay, so that merged together is a very, very, very powerful. I'm wanting to, so based on the words involved, and we already are aware that you don't even need words to manipulate people to work against themselves or to manipulate people into destruction, right? All you really need is sound to do that, right? There's a lot of power an effect that comes from sound alone. Like when you meditate, when, like, for example, yum, rum, there's a lot of power that comes from that. Like every earth radiates a particular sound frequency, right? You can listen to these frequencies and receive like a tuning of sorts, you know what I'm saying, to your body, right? So sound itself is very powerful. An example that I like to use, because these things are put right in our face. An example I like to use is from the Shrek movie. Particularly Shrek Forever After, when Rumpelstiltskin, right, a very calculated, selfish individual, right, when he basically hired the piper or something like that. I could be saying it wrong, but basically the guy that plays the flute. And you remember how they showed us very particularly how he had ah all these different modes, let's say, on his flute that he can tune it to. And then when he will play that flute, he's able to control whatever mode of creature, being that he set it to. So in the movie, he was able to manipulate the witches. He was able to manipulate the ogres, right? And he had other settings on that flute, where he's able to manipulate them by sound and cause them to do whatever that he wants them to do, like basically controlling their will, right? This is a very real thing that happens every day. It's been happening for decades. Okay, just through sound alone. So when you pair that with words, there's been songs that's been being brought back to me where I've been getting messages from it, but spirit has a way of revealing things to you, in a gradual form. So the song Lost by Gorilla Zoe and Lil Wayne, which I mentioned it in my previous video, literally, when we think about repeating these words, that was the song that came to me. A Katy Perry song came to me. What's another? There's a song that I would sing along to sometimes, but I changed the words and I just associated with the artist and not myself. So it'll come to me as we go, but I want to, just bring these particular songs, for example. And Spirit, I pray that Spirit protects every viewer, every listener of this content that's being discussed, that your souls, your subconscious is not vulnerable to the intentions, of the artist, of the producer or whatever behind these words, behind these songs, right? To mislead and misguide and hex the listeners. But in the song Lost, it's literally, so for example, Lil Wayne says, okay, I'm gonna just say the song from Gorilla Zoe Part 2. Walking around looking for a way, but no one tells me which way to go. I'm caught up in the world, a labyrinth of maze. When yes man can easily be no. I ask him no questions, they give me no answers. Following the wise, but the walking something. Give me a cigarette, smoking my cancer. Drink the pain away, but I still have no answer. Lost on the road. Ooh oh, ooh oh, ooh oh. No, don't know which way to go. I'm losing my mind, losing control of the wheel, and I'm swerving on and off the road. Lost on the road. Ooh oh, ooh oh, ooh oh. I don't know what he said after that. Then Lil Wayne was like, I'm gonna need counseling. I lost my mind and I still haven't found it. Imagine a person saying this, and words we know ourselves. I used to be so well rounded, but now I tiptoe on hell's boundaries. That sounds like a curse, does it not? Let's say you are a person who is currently well rounded and you keep singing that, or you sing that song. Eventually, there's something within your soul, because your soul is usually 10 steps ahead of your flesh, right? So, for example, years ago I was saying that I just like, just the style, the melody, like the creativity of how they sung the song, opposed to now when it came back to me and I'm trying to sing along to it or listen to it, and my soul is like it's like vexed in a sense of like, whoa, like, wait, why are we saying this? Why are we singing this? Are you paying attention? Like, do you realize what they're saying? Like, what you're saying? Like, you get what I'm saying? So that's weird. I used to be so well rounded, but now I tiptoe on hill's boundaries. I'm a baby, aka crazy, trapped in a maze, therefore I am amazing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a play on everything, like to basically diminish your, what's the word? Not instinctual. I'm going to create this to diminish or lessen your instinctual security, your instinctual psychological security, right? Or intuitive security. Like, oh, well, maybe it's not so bad because he said I'm trapped in a maze. Therefore, I am amazing. Okay, but he still said you're trapped in a maze, though. So let's pay attention to what's really important here. You get what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, yeah. That's an example. Katy Perry. I kissed a girl and I liked it. I hope my boyfriend don't mind it. I kissed a girl just to try it. It sounds, it felt so right. It felt so wrong. Imagine just singing that, and then it's such you know what I'm saying? Like, it's, just imagine singing that. You singing along to, oh, it's fun, we're having fun, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? But words are spells. And then the way that the choice of melody, the choice of music, or rhythm is to make you, it's like to hype you. It's like fun. We're having fun. Like, this is fun. You get what I'm saying? There's one other song. There's one other song that Spirit brought to my attention. Damn, it's not coming to me right now. So here's another one though, because I really love this song. Well, I really like this song a lot. Okay, but Testimony by Kodak. The chorus part, or like the bridge or whatever it's called, when he's like blood in his eyes, he's going blind. Oh, stuck in the streets, feel like his life froze. He been running the streets, got him dehydrated. He been living so crazy, feel like he dying, baby. You feel me? Do you know he don't say he's saying, but still, like, there be certain songs that I find myself just making sure I'm associating it with the artist and not myself, like, type shit. And it's a reason why I'm differentiating that, you feel me, like, in my mind now more often. So that's just an example, okay? But pay attention to the healthy relationships that you are exposed to, whether they be online, in passing, in your families, or in your own, from your own experience, right? Opposed to what we are seeing, or also in passing online, you feel me, from your own or whatever, those who end up in connection, like those who are, generally of uh a spirit that's prone to being divine, or inclined to, being divine, or being brought close to divinity, or being in a divine manner already. You get what I'm saying? Or more inclined in divinity. And then when they're paired with an energy that can literally bring them down, like tune them down, right? Or confuse their tuning, right? Away from 911. It's 9/11 right now. 911, it's emergency. 1440. 1441. So 911, bro. An emergence. I'm going to pull some of my written cards because I haven't pulled any in a while. And I also may do a couple more videos tonight on some other downloads. I want to separate them and shorten the videos. But yeah, like, so pay attention to this. And of course, though, when there's two divine beings, in the process of being brought together, there's going to be like a lot of, or there's going to be efforts made on behalf of satanic, satanic influenced energies trying to create discord between a divine union. Of course, right? Because there's a lot of power that comes from that. Think about you as an individual, as a chosen one, right? As a divine being in your light, and how, when you enter a room, you know what I'm saying, or how much you stand out, or how much your effect, impact is on people, or on a person, or people, or place, or an environment, right? Animals, whatever the case may be, right? And imagine these two souls, you from yin and yang, coming together in union. You know what I'm saying? And if two divine beings are coming together, and then if they're divine, meaning that God is already with both individuals. So imagine how powerful of a trinity that is. Think about pyramids. Think about why the pyramids of Egypt are so efficient, and why they're so significant. And that is not just it's a matter of like, oh, the structure itself. No, there's a science to that structure. There's a science to it. Just like there's a science to a divine union, a trinity. It's not just the divine masculine, the divine feminine. It's the divine masculine, the divine feminine, and then the most high. Okay? So just as rare and spectacular and how marvelous it is when we see Egyptian pyramids, right? It's the same as divine unions, opposed to where the foundation may be weaker in some aspect of that, proclaimed pyramid, when a divine being is, brought in union with a person who is of a satanic nature, or who's been possessed, or or who's here on assignment, for a satanic mission, or whatever the case may be, right? So yeah. And you know how a person has the power to literally drain a person of their loving divine energy just by traumatizing them, constantly traumatizing them. People who were so beautiful, but they received so much trauma that they've grown bitter, that they've grown into their abusers, that they've turned into the attackers. It's a spiritual science set, and it's been going on for decades. It's been going on for like since existence, literally. A tainting, a polluting of sort. Literally. Literally. So it's not nothing hard to figure out. It's just a matter of being aware. It's a matter of being aware. And it doesn't just happen, and you know what I'm saying? So here's the thing. You know how it says the devil masquerades himself, he masquerades himself as the light. And what you need to understand is how Satan wants to be God. He wants to be the Most High. He wants to replace the Most High. He wants to exude the same authority, if not more than the Most High. Here's the difference, though. And I'm not saying that God don't need us, but in a sense, he don't need us, but he does, but he don't. Like, he can still be the Most High, still thrive, still, will, righteous judgment and harmony, and can create without us. You get what I'm saying? Opposed to Satan, who has to rely on us. Like, he needs to gather as much people as possible. Right? Or that's his tactic, that's his strategy, to gather people and then pollute their minds, right? And ultimately their flesh, and then ultimately penetrate to their souls. You get what I'm saying? So, for example, spirits that are with, right? Demons or evil spirits that are without body, why do they possess those of us who are alive with bodies? That's because when you are in this vessel, in this suit, when you have this flesh, There's things that you have more access to in this earthly realm than you would. I'm not saying you wouldn't have access spiritually, but there's things and activities that you can engage in. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is more feel, like the sensation and stuff like that, when you have flesh, opposed to when you're just, a spirit. So this is why they possess us. This is why they will be bloodthirsty and remain bloodthirsty to possess those of us with actual bodies. You get what I'm saying? So the demand for your soul, the demand for your body is high. The demand for your body is high. Period. Period. I'm hearing this song, there is a sweet anointing in the sanctuary. Your body is a sanctuary. There is a stillness in the atmosphere. Oh, come lay down the burdens you have carried, for in the sanctuary, God is here. For in the sanctuary, God should be there. The intent is for the Most High to dwell within you. That anointing is literally the reflection of God's spirit within you. That anointing, that protection, that divine light, that divine discernment. Your light is also representative of your discernment and your intuition, right? It gives you the ability to see deeper into things, to see what the earthly eye can sometimes overlook or may not see. So imagine two people like that coming together. Let's say you have prophetic dreams and your divine partner also has prophetic dreams, and y'all come together in union. Imagine the kind of needed, essential spiritual work you will be able to produce in this lifetime. Imagine the type of legacy you will be able to produce in this lifetime if y'all successfully come together and unite and remain united in God. So imagine when two people who are possessed by satanic spirits coming together, and let's say these people are very talented. They have talents and gifts of their own. But these two people come together. Now, one can already do damage to a lot, as we can see. People, celebrities, and artists who are singular, right? We already can see the power that they have, right? To influence people away from the divine. We see that with influencers, whomever. We can see that with a single person. So imagine people coming together in a union with the same agenda, over the same overall spiritual agenda, and they just, do it in whatever ways through their own talents and gifts, right? Imagine how many people they can draw away from the divine. How many people they can draw into early deaths or draw into sentences, right? Of spiritual jail or whatever the case may be. Same shit. Now, when you're in limbo spiritually, it's easy for you to be, persuaded by one or two people. So why is there such thing as groups, people who are amusement parks to satanic spirits and satanic activities? Why is it that these people gather in groups and communities? And why is it so often for people who are lost, so to speak, to be in huge communities or in huge gatherings or huge groups compared to those of us who are sacred, divine, peculiar, chosen, right? Why is it more challenging or difficult, or why are we more scattered? And, why? Compared to, because the things, the distractions, and demonic reward, right, is very easily tangible. For one, excuse me, like, for example, like, okay, let's say you have a spirit of lust that's very strong in your energy and just want to fuck something, like just want to fuck. It's a lot of people operating off that energy that just want to fuck something. So it's easy for people to come together in orgies and shit like that. It's easy to find these things and include yourself, involve yourself, right? There's so many things around us to invoke certain, sins, and, so to speak, script clubs and just so many things, right? Alcohol stores and marijuana being everywhere. And I know I might get some, here's the thing about marijuana though. If you are not steadfast in your faith with the divine, if you're not steadfast in your relationship and your connection with the divine, if you're not steadfast in your discernment to discern when you should not even be smoking, when your spirit requires you to be sober minded, okay, or you know how to protect yourself when under that influence, okay, and you know how to, like, where should I get it from, whom, like, is it trustworthy even when you get your hands on it, okay, what's the intent behind accepting weed from somebody, what's the intent behind smoking weed with somebody or some people. You have to look at the whole situation. If your spiritual eyes are not fully open for something like that, you shouldn't be smoking weed. I said it. You shouldn't be drinking. If you're not on your spiritual P's and Q's as you should be, you shouldn't be listening to certain things. You shouldn't be watching certain things, because you can be very vulnerable, okay, and receptive to satanic energies and spirits and curses and hexes. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. I'll tell anybody, and this is somebody who smoked weed. This is somebody who's probably gonna smoke weed again at some point in my life. But I'm not smoking now. I haven't been smoking for a month and a half. But this is my norm. I go long periods of time being sober. I do. I love. I do. I'm not demonizing weed, but I can also acknowledge the demonized effects, okay, and the demonic possibilities of marijuana. For example, all marijuana is not clean. It's not healthy marijuana. It's not natural. Some marijuana can include poisons. Some marijuana can include curses and hexes. Okay? People can speak over weed and speak over shit and curse and hex and bind a person just like you would speak over water. Just like you can speak over food. Just like you can put the wrong energies into food that you're preparing for. You don't always have to poison it with an actual poison. You can poison it with your mind. You can poison it with your thoughts. You can poison it with your words. You can poison it with the condition and quality of your energy at the time that you're preparing the food. Literally. Again, always remember, it's so easy to disregard and underestimate how powerful our souls, our spiritual, unseen energy truly is, and the actual impact and effect that it has. Just as much, if not more often, than your flesh. Because again, before things are seen, it is usually unseen first, okay? Before you are conceived in the womb, before you are conceived, right? You know how it says you were predestined? How God knew you before you enter your mother's womb? There's a phase of you that is unseen before you're actually seen. A person could desire having a child. That is unseen. When that child is conceived and you can see that child is born, now it's, you feel me? Now it's something that's in the seen world. That's how everything goes. That's how everything operates. Everything. So yeah. This is a past life war as well. Study to show thyself approved. But you have people who have been studying wickedness and studying satanic means. Past life worth of studying, past lives worth of studying, right? You have people who have studied how to overtake you and your empire. You have people who recognize you from past lives where you were successful with building that empire, running that empire, where they were judged accordingly, right? For moving in a satanic manner and got caught up by you or your guards or whomever, you feel me? And was put to death or sentenced to some type of sentence, whatever the case may be, but were punished accordingly, righteously, who have vendettas that they've been holding on to since earlier past lives, who seek you out, who plan, who study, who try to learn how to overtake you, how to steal what you have. That's the thing. It's still yours. Whatever wealth that you've cultivated in past lives, especially if you're somebody of a divine nature who's maintained your divinity, whatever wealth that you have cultivated, past lives, spiritually, whatever the case may be, is still attached to you, it's still associated with you. It's the reason why you stand out. It's the reason why you stand out. It's the reason why people try to attach themselves to you. It's the reason why people, because here's the thing, when people try to attach themselves to you, some of them are of a satanic nature. Some of them are of a divine nature. They see your worth, they see your value, they have foresight, or they have a remembrance energetically or spiritually of your energy from past lives. That anointing, that exclusivity. This is why it's very important to guard your temple. Because there's going to be a lot of people that want in to your temple, your body. It's a reason why you don't feel like other people may feel. It's the reason why you and that divine partner, when y'all join together, why the sex, the love making between y'all is so powerful. It's a reason why. Tantric sex is not something that can be abused. Tantric love making or sex or whatever you want to call it, it's not something you can force. Even if a person manages to quote unquote please the physical body, it's not really satisfied if you're not supposed to be with that person. We can fake shit sometimes. We can fake it, but if you're really not supposed to be with that person, yeah, nah. And why else would a person who's satanically possessed or, you know, in a very, very disharmonious vibration, to them, yeah, they may feel like they're satisfied in the moment, you know, with having sex with somebody, just anybody, or, you know, you feel me? But there's still going to be some type of disconnect, or let's say, oh, it's really good in the moment now, and then the next thing you know, it's not spiritually, like in your mind, or you're conflicted somehow, or something goes wrong or goes left. Or like these OnlyFans, some of these OnlyFans creators, motherfuckers popping up with being polluted, compromised. Because I'm going to tell you this, and I've said it before. An evil spirit that finds or gains access to your vessel, to your flesh, and gets to use it for their fun, for their temptations, or for their temporary thrills, don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about your soul. They don't care about your mind. And they damn sure don't care about your body. If anything, the furthest that they care about your body is being able to use it to fulfill their lust, their desires, their bloodlust. That's it. They may use your body because they like to kill motherfuckers. Or, you feel me? They'll use your body to kill somebody and then, boom, like, okay, well, can't you locked up or you done got killed back. I can't do nothing with you. On to the next body. Oh, damn, like, we done fuck as many hoes as we can fuck. Oh, damn, now you compromised. Damn, you got HIV. Damn, you fucked up. Your body fucked up. You feeling guilt and remorse, all things that I don't even give a fuck about. As this is the satanic spirit. You feeling all these things that I don't give a fuck about. If anything, shit, hopefully those feelings that you feeling might make you join us in the spirit realm permanently. Take you away from the divine permanently. That's 2 wins for me. I got to fuck whoever I wanted to fuck, and I got to take your soul and fulfill my mission on behalf of Satan. That's a win-win for me. How many of you can I destroy while getting my rocks off? Some of them, I'm pretty sure, all those energies, okay, characteristics or whatever that get inflated within people that we get to witness. For example, pride. Imagine how prideful, how cocky, how arrogant a person who's already died and lost their actual body, but is still roaming, seeing whom they can possess and pollute, still kill and destroy. Imagine how cocky, how prideful, how arrogant, how narcissistic they are, how delusional they are, how psychotic, sociopathic they are. When they died that way, they did not repent, they did not relinquish, they did not free themselves of this binding in the spirit before they lost their actual body. Imagine. So imagine how they're going to handle you. Handlers. They're trying to bind chosen individuals or people who are called to be chosen and used by God to handlers. A handler, someone who is controlling of your spirit, of your soul, of your body. But what I say, things are birthed, things are created in the unseen before it materializes into the seen realm. So people that can get into your mind, traumatize you, psychological games and stuff like that. Hexing and vexing of your soul, of your spirit, very manipulative, very calculating and strategic, and utilizing energies and, abilities in a demonic manner to cause you to, or influence you to, or persuade you to do things that you wouldn't normally do on your own. Or if you never connected or joined in spirit with this person. No, it's never been okay. It will never be okay to just fuck anybody just to be fucking. It's not. It's not. It's very dangerous. It's very dangerous. No, it's not. Oh, we just young and we just fucking. No, it's very dangerous. Is that the illusion that they put out there? Of course it is. Of course it is. But it's dangerous. And thank God for those of us who didn't get, who didn't drown in our trauma. Who didn't die in our trauma. Who survived the condition, the quality of our mind, of our spirit at the time after certain traumas and experience. Thank God. Thank the Most High. Thank Yeshua. Thank Yahweh. That you were stronger than that shit. That you realize and you remember what it takes to overcome. That you allow your warrior energy to work for your highest good on your behalf. That you realize you don't have to do none of this stuff alone. You never have to war alone. But you get to choose your team. And that you chose a winning team. You chose the divine angels and archangels and your divine spirit guides and ancestors and the Most High. You chose love, the highest vibration of love. You chose love. You chose truth. You chose authenticity. You chose integrity. Thank God. Thank God. Because you definitely will be tempted to choose otherwise. It's going to be fronted in your face. It's going to approach you. It's going to seem like it's good. But you have to be a little deeper. You have to be a little discerning, a little more discerning and calculated and strategic, and really see clearly, not just with your body, not just with your dick, not just with your clitoris. There's going to be some that's beautiful, very handsome, that actually is of the Most High, actually is divine, actually will make it, and they're a conqueror, actually is that divine partner from a past life. And there's going to be some who appear to be so. You may even see some that favors who that person is for you. Mimic behaviors and characteristics, or know what to say, or it could be charming or whatever. Right? Similar interests, abilities, talents, right? Masqueraded as light, masqueraded as divine, but actually isn't. Or, they allow themselves to be tricked out of a divine union by someone possessed with satanic energy being sent their way to tempt them, not only tempt them away from a divine union, or trick them out of a divine blessing and union, but also in that union with that demonic source, try to destroy you in the process. This is not new. This keeps repeating. It's happening all around us. Imagine you manage to understand and recognize, okay, this person was sent in my life, or this person is here to cause destruction, to destroy me. And then you try to take action and measures to get away from it, and that person manages to kill you. It's somebody who said they loved you, and you say you could even have children or a child with this person. You could have broke bread with this person. You're going to have to war with a spirit team, with the Most High, with those who are in the unseen realm, who are aware of what's being planned and plotted in the unseen realm before it can come anywhere close to you. You have to be willing to move accordingly. You have to. You can speak, you can pray, you can request angels to attack people who are planning to attack you. To stop them before they can even get to you. You can really guard yourself in that manner. I've had people attempt to kidnap me, traffic me, kill me, all unsuccessful. I had people plan and plot to do things to me, to attack me, but 4433. They were destroyed, they were halted, they were binded before they can even get to that point. I'm at the place where if you even have a mere thought of harming me, you could possibly suffer from an aneurysm. So don't waste your thoughts trying to harm or touch the anointed, or trying to do me any harm, when I'm using my words and my gifts and my abilities for good, to serve the divine, to assist the divine while I am here. Please don't abuse your ability and your blessing, the gift of thinking thoughts, to think a thought to harm me and think that there won't be consequences, because there will be. There will be. And this is not to say that people won't be mean to you. People won't try you. People won't attempt to do things. That there won't be confrontation of any kind. This is not saying that. But will they succeed in a manner that they're hoping to succeed? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. Am I willing to move accordingly and clarify things with the divine on how I should, move with certain people, places, and things? Absolutely. With all people, places, and things? Absolutely. Will I be obedient? Absolutely. If the divine say, stop fucking with you. If the divine say, go over here and not over there. If the divine say, don't go there today. Don't go this way. Do this instead. Go there instead. Talk to this person instead. Regardless of what this person say to you, don't do that. Check in with me. I know they're requesting this of you, but check with me first. Verify that with me before you take your next step. Allow me to guide your steps. Absolutely, Most High. Absolutely. I'm not going to compromise myself. So, Goddess, Kalima, Sekhmet, Oshun, Shango, Divine Loving Ancestors, Big Sis, Granddad, Grandma, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Uriel. I mean, this is my family. I come from a family of warriors. So why should I get my hands dirty? And I don't have to. I don't have to get my hands dirty. I'm never doing anything alone, and I'm never warring alone. I'm never alone. Why else? Another reason why I may really stand out, why my light may shine so bright, that's because I'm never alone, because I'm surrounded by spiritual beings. I'm encamped. They're encamped around me. I'm cloaked with my spiritual family and team who are very fierce warriors. Maybe it's the reflection of their swords shining off my skin. Maybe that's why when I'm in the sun, there's glitter. You can see glitter in my skin. Because who surrounds me? And if I'm surrounded by beings of light, of course I'm going to shine. Now, when you think about the intensity of that power for one person, imagine two divine beings coming together in divine union. That's also in platonic connection, family, whatever the case may be. When you have children, when you have a child, and you create that foundation of that relationship in the Most High, in divinity, and just keep feeding it with divinity, with love, with truth, with all the fruits and quality of the divine. Imagine how powerful that Trinity is. So the Trinity can be Mother, Father, Most High. Trinity can be Mother, Daughter, Most High. Mother, Daughter, Father. You get what I'm saying? So just think about in so many ways how we can create very strong and steadfast Trinity or pyramids around us. As a father, if you raise your son accordingly so that he will be, the divine masculine he needs to be for his divine feminine, and vice versa with your daughters. That's a very, very powerful thing, opposed to people who groom boys and girls to be used for satanic rituals or satanic manner. And you know what I'm saying? So as divine beings, as earth angels, okay, we will come into contact with people who are, or let's say whom, those who are being used for satanic means, you know, they will come into contact with those people, or they may be you know, being lusted after or pursued by those people. We will come in contact with them to possibly, you know, say, give them a word, or exchange words, or exchange energy, show them love, kindness, give a compliment, any type of inkling of divine love. Just like in just a short moment, you can come into contact with somebody who's very rude to you, who's very mean to you. It hurts your feelings. And it may seem like, oh, it's just simple. Oh, they said something mean and they hurt my feelings, and it is what it is. Like, you know, moving on, it happened. No, it's not that simple. That person is going to experience consequences for how they treated you. I don't care if it was a 2-minute conversation. I don't care if it was a minor interaction. That person will experience consequences. You will be vindicated. Justice will be served. Period. It don't matter. It doesn't matter how minute it is. It doesn't matter. There's always a spiritual tuning that is happening every single day. Every single day. Some of us are divine judges from a past life, or we were a divine judge in a past life. Some of you can have significant Libra. Don't have to. But judgment is also associated with discernment and understanding. It's like Solomon's prayer. When Solomon asked the Most High for understanding of the people's heart so that he can judge rightfully. We got negative and egotistic impressions. Ignore them. Literally. Literally. Just ignore them. Impressions. So, I'm hearing impersonations. Impressions and impersonations. Impressions and impersonations. And somebody just said something to me about first impression. They was sharing with me about somebody that they were connecting with, someone new, and how the person just was talking about first impression, right? And how the person basically was kind of coercing them or persuading them to move in a manner or to get certain things for them or whatever. But it was like in a manipulative, like influential type of way of how they were trying to persuade the person to do it, opposed to the person just naturally desiring to do it on their own, right? And so it really just depends. It really just depends. You know what I'm saying? But that's why discernment is required. We got ponder. Ponder these impressions, or, you know, ponder what people are presenting to you. Ponder it. Ponder it. Think about it. Give yourself time. Consult with somebody whom you know is, you know, of a divine nature or sound counsel. So we got overindulgence is of significance here. For example, let's say you can be overindulgent in something, but you're not necessarily, you know, you're not given over to demonic energy. But let's say you excuse me, let's say you smoke too much, or, and not even smoking too much, but you smoke more than what you would like to. You find yourself in a cycle, right, of doing anything, like overindulging in anything. And let's say you come into union or connection with somebody who's in a spirit or in an energy of discipline, and you're connecting with this person, right? You can be influenced by that person's, that discipline energy. There's a tuning that can take place between these two people, right? For example, it's helpful it's more helpful to be engaging and connecting with somebody. Let's say they not smoking weed at all. They don't have to be completely against it, but they're not smoking weed at all, right? And you really, really like this person. You really love and adore this person, and you admire them, right? And again, like, like y'all's energy connecting and stuff like that, you may find yourself, like, you may find it more motivating or easier for you to just stop smoking, for example. That's just an example, okay? It doesn't have to be weed, okay? It can be somebody with sexual discipline. Look, we got manifesting new money. Manifesting new money. So what I'm getting from that, similar energy, right, about whom you're connecting with. But at the same time, some people come into union to make money by satanic means, when you can also come into union, into partnerships and business partnerships that are of a divine nature, right? When people care about their character, right? They're considerate of their character, opposed to people who could care less about others, and they don't mind just using and manipulating people, like, for gain. There's a difference. We got more quality experiences are in store. Travel, invites. Oh, no, travel, divine invites, and adventure. Exactly. More quality experiences are in store. Travel, divine invites, and adventure. That's confirmation for me. I connected with some people today, and I just automatically thought about, like, okay, like, business partnerships, and I probably could do business with this particular person, and have people discuss business with me, opposed to bribery. So there's going to always be a malevolent invite and a benevolent invite. You have to be steadfast and centered in God enough to be able to discern between the two and choose the right path. Literally. Cursed art to hex and spellbound. Cursed art to hex and spellbound. So, like we mentioned, your talents, your abilities, your creativity, right? Everybody's just not being used with divine intent. And then, depending on what you join, what groups, labels, whatever the case may be, these people, it can determine the intent applied to your art, to hex and spellbound communities, or masses of people, or someone in particular who they want to take down. Like, basically, you being possessed, polluted, and then manipulated to use your gifts for evil, opposed to divinity. Sleeping with and or carrying out inappropriate sexual acts with children in secret. You join somebody that's of an evil and satanic nature, or that's possessed, and you have a child with that person, do we really need to go over so many ways that goes wrong for people? How their souls are vexed, how they experience long suffering, and their child end up being abused. They get abused via the child. People, that person or those two people may have children just to sacrifice them to satanic demons and deities, satanic rituals, trafficking, child trafficking. These people out here who sleep with children, who abuse children, who sacrifice children for satanic means. Do we really need to go into detail? Do we not see? Do we not see? I just mentioned earlier about people who have gotten into union with the wrong person, the person who was on assignment to destroy them and their legacy, right? Women being killed by the father of their child. You understand that's the closing of a portal, right? To kill a woman, that's the closing of a portal. A deep-seated trauma created for those children, for that family. And sometimes they kill the children. We got a spirit from the other side, spirit realm. A spirit from the other side, spirit realm, using somebody's body to destroy an innocent or destroy a potential individual who could be used by the divine or carry out divine missions and orchestration. Energies masquerading themselves as light, faking grief. Imagine two people coming together who are not supposed to be together. Okay. Two spiritually compromised people coming together, having a child, sacrificing their child for wealth, faking their grief to everybody else, even though they killed that child. They was involved with that child being missing or supposedly kidnapped, but they sold the child to trafficking for money, for an escape, an illusion of an escape. Faking grief, compromised by evil spirits that are what? Vengeful. All these things are very real and happening before us and all around us. There's no happy ending for people who are being... Didn't I say, why would an evil spirit care anything about you and your outcome? They don't. It's a win-win for them. If they're able to possess you and do something that they want to do because they're vengeful, kill a child, rape a child, rape somebody, sacrifice somebody, sacrifice you using your body, have you out here getting slutted out, infecting people with diseases, murdering people, using and abusing and manipulating people, outbeating their death toll. Outbeating their death toll. Some of these demonic spirits are competing with one another. You know how there's unhealthy competition, there's healthy competition. We see it in the flesh. You don't think it's happening in the spirit? Everything is conceived in the spirit first before we see it in the flesh. Some people are competing on how much people they can take out. Demons compete on how many of us they can take out. You got damaged women who are delusional. And I just heard are in high demand. Damaged women who are delusional is in high demand. To demons. They want to damage us so much to the point of delusion. To the point of questioning God. Questioning why we are here. Questioning our worth and our value. So that we give in willingly. Unhealed, but trying to teach others to heal from an unhealed place. To mislead us into the hands of the enemy. Fake ass tarot readers. Fake ass healers. These so-called artists who are persuading you to conduct yourself in a manner that goes against the virtuous woman. You got your physical appearance is changing for the better and purge your space. So that's clearly a message for those who are divine, those who are thugging it out, those who are daughters of the Most High. Okay, and not giving in to hiding yourself, masquerading yourself, cloaking yourself, living or encouraging the energy or the spirit of deception. What is an example? And this will probably be triggering, but it's facts. Clearly, if you're able to, and there's nothing wrong with, just doing a little, just a little goes a long way, right? A little goes a long way. But if it's at the point that your makeup causes you to look like something you are not, a whole nother person, and you take it off and you look completely different, that's a form of deception. That's not authenticity. That's a form of deception. If you're not going to look like how you look when you take it off, that is deception. Who are you to get angry and upset with attracting a man that turns out to be deceptive? It's one thing for you to show up authentic, real, honest, living in your truth fully. Not just, you can speak facts and tell the truth about certain shit that happened or call people out, tell people about themselves. You feel me? Expose motherfuckers. Okay? Or is your flesh, what's in the seen realm, also reflecting truth and honesty and authenticity by you embracing your natural self? Otherwise, you're investing in deception. You're sowing seeds of deception, meaning that it will blossom. And you won't always be able to determine how it's going to blossom and sprout. And it could blossom and sprout in somebody whom you may develop feelings for, connection to, who may turn out to be deceptive. Now, if you reveal yourselves to that person and like your true self and stuff like that, that's a different story. Like, that's a different story. But if you're just codependent heavily on a whole nother image of yourself, it says everything awful you went through, your enemies are now going through 8 times the intensity. Worst. Walk in my shoes? Try. There's a difference. This says built up plague in the brain and the heart, hardened hearts and reprobated minds. All of these things are connected. All of these things are connected. For example, it's not far-stretched for a person who has built up plaque in their brain to be reprobated. It's not far-stretched for a person who has built up plaque in their heart to have a hardened heart. It's not far-stretched. Is this the case all the time? It's probably, maybe not, but it's not far-stretched either. It says, I know better, it's all God. There's a song, but I know better, it's all God. But I know better, it's all God. It's all God. It's all God. Basically, you're not doing anything all by yourself. It's either with the assistance or through the help of the divine Most High Yeshua Yahweh, the divine angels and archangels, the divine ancestors, your divine spirit guides. Or for others, demons. Why do you think they engage in satanic rituals? Why do you think certain things are required for their help? We got TikTok thoughts with no originality. Dance, jester. All these things put into place. Y'all, I don't know, some of y'all heard 304 talk. People are just ridiculous and desperate. It makes absolutely no sense why you would want to just permanently penalize yourself by choosing to live that way and broadcast it. Collecting blood on your hands. It seems delusional, right? To somebody who's sound-minded. So let's think about it on a deeper scale. Didn't I say that demonic spirits don't give a fuck about your body, your mind, your soul, don't give a damn about your reputation, what you look like? All they need you to do is make your body and your mind vulnerable enough to be accessible to them to use you. 10:10 on the timer. Or it's 10:10 right now on the clock. Cycles, endings and beginnings, transformations. We are in Scorpio season. Death and rebirth. Birth and death. Cycles. We got from cocky to chicken. That's the thing, right? Motherfuckers be so cocky, so arrogant. They feel so powerful. That false sense of power until celestial beings arrive. Those who really have power to eliminate you. From cocky to chicken. Motherfuckers be arrogant as hell until the Most High show up. Until them angels, the divine angels visit them. The divine ancestors visit them on behalf of their child, their daughter, their family member that's here in the flesh with a divine mission. And motherfuckers trying to get in their way. Motherfuckers trying to harm the anointed. Is that why they say ignore their negative and egotistical impressions? Let them feel like they cocky and they did in the moment, bro. It's not gonna last. It's not gonna last. And that's the thing about, again, utilizing your discernment. And then for some of us, the divine will reveal things to us before it even happened, or of their downfall. Will reveal it to us. Before these things spring up, I shall tell you of them. Even reveal to us, their planned, egotistical and negative impressions before it even unfolds. Or what's going to be the next action after them doing that. That's why they tell you to ignore them. Ignore them and listen to me. The Most High says ignore them, what it may appear to be, what it may seem like, and listen to me. Throwing tantrums and making false statements because you snatched all your energy back. Throwing tantrums and making false statements. Deception. Because you snatched all your energy back. Because they're desperate for your energy and no longer have no access. Or you have no longer made yourself, or you don't make yourself accessible to the entities attached to them. It says, cannot rest nor be paid until the job is complete. And that's another thing, too, about people who are indebted to demonic energies. Or people whom are indebted to make things right. There are certain doors that only internal wealth can open. So it doesn't matter what it may seem like people have successfully obtained. There are certain doors that only internal wealth can open. People can have plenty external wealth, but lack internal wealth. Eviction notice. And you have a time frame. Until death do you part. It says you have broken the cycle of reincarnation. I don't know if you guys are familiar with reincarnation, but it's not, in most cases, it's not really an exciting thing for souls to be sent here. Yeah. And it says, if you are reincarnated, there's something that you need to, accomplish that you didn't accomplish in the past life. There's also some of us who come here in order to help and assist and guide. Okay? So we got All Falls Down by Kanye. When it all falls down, who you gonna call down? When it all falls down, when the tower crumbles, who are you gonna call now? You done did all these satanic rituals. You done did all this ill wishing and witchcraft and dark magic. You done did all this manipulation and persuasion. You done taught all this shit. You done made all these false statements. You done did all this shit to create this, this ease in somebody. You done did all this shit to create unrest for somebody. To put somebody in discomfort. To harm and traumatize. You done did all this shit. Just for the tower to still crumble. And whatever people you thought would help you and who's helped you in the past, whatever demons you thought would remain loyal to you, who are also cocky until divine celestial beings step into the room and then they turn chicken. Oh. When God lays his judgment, who are you going to call now? Who are you going to call now? God? You know how there's a whole phenomena of people betraying one another in the flesh? You don't think demons will betray your ass? You don't think Satan, you don't think demons will betray the very people that sacrifice people in rituals to them for their help and assistance and their blessings and wealth and priority in life, you don't think that these demons, you don't think that Satan will betray you? If the energy of betrayal is associated with satanic energy, what the fuck? What the fuck, bro? What the fuck, bro? Stabbing. Penetrating. Penetrable. We got, this is why my sibling or siblings don't fuck with her. That's a message from somebody. Her can be anybody. Her can be, her could be you, a mother, a sister, anybody who's a woman. This is why my sibling or siblings don't fuck with her. That could also be in a high vibration or a low vibration. Right? This could be, like, maybe this could be saying people don't fuck with you because of how powerful you are. This could say people don't fuck with somebody because of how demonic they are. But that's confirmation for somebody. Yeah, we got conditioning. Conditioning. I feel I can't face you with the truth. Severe denial. This is somebody who's in severe denial about someone here who's been conditioning them. And they may struggle with, you know, acknowledging the truth that's being exposed to them and facing you with that truth. We got orchestrating chaos to create illusions surrounding the truth. So this woman that this could be your divine partner or just a divine connection in general. There's a woman here, possibly a mother, but there's a woman here, a karmic woman, that a sibling or siblings don't fuck with. For the simple fact that this person orchestrates chaos to create illusions surrounding the truth. This is somebody who conditions people in a manipulative manner. Okay? And somebody has been in severe denial about this. Even though they've been, you know, revealed the truth. You may have been revealed the truth as well. But it says this person feels like they feel they can't face you with the truth. Or face this person with the truth. The fact that they know that they're aware. And then it says offering hex food or items. This is something else that this person does. This is a person in energy that's covetous. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do another read because there's more energies coming out here. But these people will have bad karma showing on them physically. So a divine union or karmic unions also show up in family. This could be your parents, your guardians, anybody whom you are connected with. You could be a divine chosen child, and we're aware of this, and you could be connected with a parent who is being used by satanic spirits to break you down, to traumatize you, to possibly, hopefully for them, damage you so much that you join or you get pulled into the satanic side opposed to the divine. Doesn't matter. Someone from school, ex-friends, someone or people who are happy or will be happy when you are in the spotlight for messy shit. Because it's all tethered to steal your integrity, your love, your self-respect, your self-empowerment, your inspiration, your visions, your gifts, your abilities, your creativity, your ideas, your enthusiasm, your optimism, any fruits of the spirit, to kill them. Kill your manifestations. And ultimately destroy you, so you're just another body that could be used at any given moment while you're trying to cope with life through things that weaken the barriers to your vessel and your spirit, so you can be utilized by demonic spirits to continue the same cycle. Literally. So that's all I have for you guys in this particular video. Like, share, subscribe if you resonate. If you want to have a conversation about it, let's talk about it. But this is the Authentic Empress. Thank you guys for your time, and I'll see you on the next video.